WBC Arena. And here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Conor the Destroyer Benn. He stands 5'8" tall with a reach of 68.1. And he'll be facing Terrence Bud Crawford. He can fight both southpaw and orthodox. 5'8" tall with a 74-inch reach.
You want to get out of the way because when you've got a brawler that's in your face that wants to walk through you like a truck, you've just got to use your speed, use that reach, use that height, and keep them off you, because if they get up close and personal, you're going to have no ribs left.
And here is the Destroyer, Conor Benn, one of the most exciting and electrifying fighters in the world today. Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time.
If this fighter knows how to use that reach, this is going to be a shut night.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, introducing from Essex, England, a continental welterweight champion, Conor the Destroyer Benn. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed three-division champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
This is the fight of pride. This is two warriors that want to get in there and beat the hell out of each other. This is that fight.
And what I say you must obey. Good luck.
Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? He just misses with that jab. These punches coming from every angle. Oh, and he caught him with a stiff jab. With the right counter. We both covered thousands of boxing matches in our day, but I don't think I've ever been to a venue quite like this.
For a fighter walking into a theatre, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym, because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice shot with the left. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. He fails to score with that left hook. Beautiful counter shot. Good counter right-handed kick. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Catch and shoot. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Nice counter shot. left counter scores. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you. He just misses with that big right hand. Nice counter shot. Trying to answer back. Counter shot with the right hand. Great counter right hand there. That left counter was perfectly timed. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Counter punching from both these fighters. Nice punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
There's the bell to start round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good left counter that lands. Nice punch. He's got a massive reach advantage. Let's see if he uses it.
Very smart, very sharp. This is the fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
He's got a massive reach advantage. Let's see if he uses it. Some nice exchanges from both men. Oh, what a shot! Ben in some serious trouble. I don't know if I've ever seen him rattled like this before. And his best defense is not as good as his offense. And now they're right back into the fray. Good counter punch. Left counter punch will score. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. They score with that left hand. Nice counter punch. That counter shot lands. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. We know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
There's the bell for round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Gets out of the way of that left hand. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice job landing that left counter punch. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. They exchange punches. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Looks like this fighter did not work on defense this training camp.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other. There's no one dare do anything out of turn.
And he misses with the left uppercut. Nice job landing with that right hand counter. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Nice counter. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the tournament's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. Good counter left hand there. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Big right hand just misses.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Good one. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
There's the bell for round 6. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Oh, that punch. Beautiful counter punch. Perfect counter shot. That left hand misses. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
No stamina, no injury, but still throwing punches. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them, as they said.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this.
Here comes round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Nice offensive display, landing that left counter. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Perfect counter lands. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Oh, what a punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. As bad as boxing judging could be, and we enter the 8th round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it. One punch could change everything in this battle. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. This fight has a real good flow to it. Counter punch. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Counter punching. The courage on display here is incredible. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Good counterpunching for both these athletes. It's no secret who has the advantage after that. And there's the bell to start round 9. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Counter right. And a counter left. They better start respecting each other's punching power. There's a counter shot. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
No rest for the weary. Insane action. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. There's a counter shot. This is a high-octane battle. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Todd, we know one of these fighters can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come soon enough. There's the bell for round 10. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Good right hand. Punch, counter punch. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
There's a counter shot. The courage on display here is incredible. And nice exchanges from both men in this round. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
You're a power puncher. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That was almost it. And there's the bell for round 11. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. are giving us a high-tempo show. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance? Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Still waiting for this fighter to show some defensive ability. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Another scoring shot there. Missed him with that uppercut. Back and forth. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The game plan does not seem... Who thought we would have made it to 12? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you? Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Punch, counter punch. They're both trying for a knockout. Beautiful counter punch. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. That left scores. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards.